and we're going to get right into it. Okay, guys, so we're going to start this group chat. It is 51718 group chat. So we got a couple things we're going to do today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give a shout out to Shannon. So this is why I want to give a shout out to Shannon. So Shannon, guys, me and Shannon, we kind of got into phone flipping around the same time. And one of the things that I respect, admire, and like about Shannon is she is, you know, she's not doing a gazillion dollars like me or anything, and she's not all crazy about it, but she's very consistent with it. She's very consistent, and she's always coming to the trainings, and I see that she's getting better over time. And if you guys have seen her, has anyone seen Shannon recently been posting in the group about how she's getting phones pretty consistently? You guys just let me know. Just give me a 1 in the chat if you guys have seen that. I got a yes from Brenda. She's killing it, says Chris. Seeing and then love it, says Steve Roberts. Oh, yeah, says we. So I think that's awesome, Shannon. You know, Shannon started, and you see she's growing, she's learning, and when Shannon got started, or Shannon said like a month ago, her goal was to do like $3 to $4 grand a month. So the great thing is, you know, you don't have to be crazy like me and do this, you know, all the time with it. You know, an extra $3,000 to $4,000 a month, guys, is fantastic. That's actually more than the average person makes working a full-time job. So it's awesome seeing her stay consistent. And the thing she does, guys, is she stays consistent, and she's always learning. I see her learning. Would you say that's, I just got here. I don't know what you're saying. Sorry, says Shannon. Well, I think we're only saying good stuff. We were just saying, Shannon, how we see you. I wanted to give you a shout-out because I see how you're real consistent with this, and you're consistently get better over time. And it's not even anything crazy, right? You don't see Shannon go from like 2,000 to 80,000 in 1 month, but every month I kind of see her. She's staying consistent with it. She's doing good with it, and we've seen how you've been posting your results and doing pretty good. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and say that you should feel good about yourself. Because most people, guys, right, they give up. Or if people don't make a gazillion dollars right away, they give up. But Shannon stayed with it. She's learning. She's growing. So you should feel great about yourself, Shannon. So with that said, guys, this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to pick up a phone right now, says Chris. Awesome. So Tim sent me a text message. We're going to break down a text message. And then we're going to do a little role playing. And we're going to role play something else. Does anyone here want to role play? Let me know in the comments if you want to role play. And I really want to see someone, maybe Lewandowski, or someone that maybe hasn't been on the chat in a while. You know, it's good to kind of get outside your comfort zone a little bit. And so we're going to do a little bit of role playing. I got a me from Tim. I will, says Chris. It's a little bit later. Robert Lewandowski, says Timothy. All right, fantastic. So, and of course, it's anyone that's comfortable. I don't want to put any pressure, but it's good. I like to have kind of some of the newer people hop on, and because I think it kind of helps out everybody. And of course, usually it's, you know, and anytime I can answer a question is always a good thing to the whole group. But you know, not picking on anyone. Whoever wants to hop on, we'll do a role play later, and then we might do a couple of them. And then what are we going to talk about? What to say at the meetup? And then we got a couple other things. So who thinks that's good? Who's ready to get started with this? You guys just let me know in the comments, and we'll dive right into it. Tim sent me a nice long text conversation, which is beautiful because that means he's staying in the conversation. I got a let's go, says Dan. Dan, by the way, joined Next Level, and then he just followed my guidelines, and the next day he got over 50 leads. So that's pretty cool. Guys, you know I'm all about getting people results. I'm not really about bullshit or hype. I'm like, let's just make a bunch of money, flip loans, and then we do whatever we want to do. Dan's got nice white teeth. If you ever talk to him, you should pay attention to that. I got a yes from Tim, a yes from Diana, and a yes from Shannon. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen. And let's see what Tim sent me. All right, guys, so of course I'm going to have you guys' help with this. If you guys wouldn't mind helping me out. We're going to go line by line. And let's see what we got, guys. So this guy says, hi, how much would you pay for a Samsung Galaxy S7? One new message awaiting. Call, listen to it directly. I guess this is from like a weird number and it just automatically.
That's voicemail.
Oh, so they left a voicemail?
Yeah.
So let's see. So they sent this. So walk here with me, Tim. They sent this on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So they sent, was this a text message you got?
Yes.
All right. And then when did you respond?
Yesterday.
So yesterday they sent it on Tuesday, and yesterday was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And we were, Tim. All right, guys. So what would you guys have said to this, right? And Tim, I like picking on you just because you're cool.
Sorry for the late response. I would typically say that, but I was too lazy to type that out.
So, Tim, why would you be too lazy to say the stuff you should be saying to close the most deals?
Sorry about that, because I've been getting so many texts lately, so yeah.
All right, I guess that's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we know, of course, guys, we would have said, sorry, I just saw this. It says Chris, Steve, and Ryan. Chris says, so you're too lazy to make some damn money. All right. So, and why do we say that, guys? We always say that because it's a day late. So we want to acknowledge the fact that we're late. If we don't say this one line, sorry, I just saw this, it messes up everything else moving forward. You might say, Aaron, you're over-exaggerating here. You're just being all crazy. Let me ask you guys a question. Have any of you, I might have used this example before, which I did. Have any of you guys walked into a restaurant and you stand there for a couple minutes and no one comes and greets you and you're fucking pissed off? Give me a one if that's ever happened to you guys. You're like, someone's supposed to serve me. Give me some attention. What's going on? I got a one from Dan, a one from Ryan, a one from Shannon. Now, I'm going to give you guys two situations. I want you guys to tell me which situation would make you happier and put you in a better mood. Situation number one. The person walks up to the front. You've been standing there for 2 minutes. You got your whole family. You're excited, just like this person is excited to possibly get fast cash. You're excited to eat some food. Someone walks out and they say, hey, how many? 4? All right, follow me. The second situation is someone walks out and they say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you've been standing there. We were short-staffed and we were busy and there was a fire in the back and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to take care of you. I promise everything's going to be okay. Welcome to the restaurant. I'm excited you guys are here. How many people are in the party? Which situation, 1 or 2, is going to put you in a better mood? Is going to put you in a better state? It's just going to make you kind of happier. 2 is better. 2 says Dan, 2 from Ryan, 2 from Shannon, 2 from Tim. These subtle details are so powerful because if we don't acknowledge that, they not all the time, but sometimes they're going to be pissed off that you're responding late to them, and they're going to interpret the rest of the conversation through that pissed off mood. Just like when you go to sit down at the restaurant, if everything else is perfect, but they were late to get you and they didn't acknowledge it, the whole time you're going to be thinking, I don't even like this restaurant. They were late. Has that ever happened to anyone here? Maybe it was at a restaurant. Maybe you're at the cell phone store. Maybe you're getting your oil changed. They didn't acknowledge you. And the rest of the experience, you were in a bad mood because you were interpreting the whole experience through that lens of bad, negative energy. And it just kind of put you in a bad mood. I got a yes from Ryan, yes, Chris, yes, Dan, we, of course, says Steve. That's why it's so important to put, sorry, I just saw this, so it eases that tension. We're already going into this at a disadvantage because this person could very well be thinking, this guy doesn't give a fuck about me. He's responding late. He's responding a day late. He didn't acknowledge it. So we're already working at a disadvantage for the rest of the conversation. These subtle differences are really important. Give me a 1 if that makes sense. I just want to make sure that there's no confusion and this is crystal clear and that I'm not hyping this up. This actually does matter a lot. 1 from Ryan, 1 Dan, 1 Chris, 1 Timothy, 1 we, 1 Diana, 1 Shannon. All right, fantastic. So, of course, Tim, normally we would say, sorry, just saw this, comma. Any problems with it? And this guy even says hi. So he says hi, so he's almost kind of being a little friendly. So it almost makes it a little worse that we didn't say that. So, but we're going to keep moving forward, Tim. It's not a, it's something that, of course, I'm sure the next message you send me, Tim, that's going to be screenshots if this issue comes up again. I know we're going to say the sorry, I just saw this. So let's say, Tim, we got any problems with it? Nope, it works perfectly. Awesome. I can give you 80 for it. So how much is this phone going to sell for, Tim?
Locally, it would sell for 250 Canadian dollars.
Were you planning to sell it locally?
Yes, I am, because my eBay got shut down.
Okay.
And that's $195 US, so yeah.
Okay. Hey, and you got to give some props to Tim, right? He's staying in the game. He's going to sell it locally. He's finding ways around it. So props to Tim. So now, Tim, hold up. Now, here's my question, man. So you're going to buy it for $80. So you're trying to make – how much you trying to make on this phone? If you're buying it for $80, it's selling for $250.
$250 minus – I'm making 170 Canadian dollars.
All right. So, Tim, do you think that might be a little bit too much of a low ball?
I think that's kind of fair.
All right, why?
Oh, because honestly, like if I make like $50 to like $100 like per phone, I feel like I'm overpaying.
Do you know what the all right? So, and this is measured in Canadian dollars, not U.S. dollars, right?
Yep.
Do you guys have? Is there a minimum wage in Canada?
Yeah. It's $13 an hour here in Canada.
All right.
No, we're in my province of Alberta. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say 13. Tim. So you're telling me if you were to make 130.
That's 100 US.
Okay, well, the numbers you gave me are Canadian dollars, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me you wouldn't be happy making 130 Canadian dollars on a flip?
I will be happy, but if I were to make like less than 100 Canadian dollars or 100 Canadian dollars or less on a flip, I wouldn't really be that happy.
Why?
Because like I just feel like I'm overpaying for it.
Tim, we need to work on that, man. You're lowballing these people, and that's why some of them are not accepting it. 13 times 8. All right, I got to ignore that. So even if you can make 104 Canadian dollars on a flip, that's still that's the equivalent of working for minimum wage where you live for 8 hours, and you can make that on one flip. I'd pay a little bit more. You can do whatever you want, man. It's your business. But if it was me, I would pay more. And in translation it to U.S. dollars, I make less profit than what you make per phone, but I get more phones.
Right.
How many phones are you flipping a week on average, you think?
Like 2, 3, 4.
You're flipping 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, so if you got a couple more and you were making, let's just say 100 Canadian dollars, that'd be the equivalent of working 8 hours at a job for minimum wage. That wouldn't make you happy?
I think it'll start to make me happy.
Okay, so Tim, it's your business. You can do whatever you want. Let's start offering a little bit more, all right?
All right, for sure.
Let's offer a little bit more. Then once you start running the numbers and you're making some really good money, then we can work on and talk about maybe making more profit, all right?
All right, okay.
Okay, and you know that I pick up phones, even to this day. Some phones, guys, I pick up, and the last phone I picked up today, guys, I only made $40, right? And you guys saw my numbers, right? 39 grand in the last 31 days. I only made $40 on it in profit. But I still picked it up because it was 10 minutes back. I wasn't doing anything else. I wouldn't go under $40. That's my minimum. But, hey, it's another phone, and at my job, I would have to work at my old job I had for 4 hours straight to make what I made in about a half an hour. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
And also, I have that over there. I should be making like a 175 Canadian dollar profit on it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep going through this text. So I think we can find some good stuff because you sent me a long message, which means you were in the interaction for a while. Nope, it works perfectly. Awesome, I can give you 80. Yeah, right. This phone is worth over 400.
No, you scroll.
Okay, all right. You can sell it for the lowest I'll go is 350. So you say, no worries, I'm a reseller, so I have to make a little profit. How much would you let it go for? So no, not bad, guys. This is now in the context of everything. Remember, we didn't say sorry. We're kind of lowballing. But with just this message alone, with everything else taken away, this is not bad. You're saying no worries. right? It's kind of no worries. It kind of eases the tension, which is good. I'm a reseller, so I have to make a little profit. You're giving it a reason. How much would you let it go for? So not bad. Again, what do you guys see with this? He's leading with the question, which is good, which I like. You can sell it already for 400. So is 300 okay? So you guys see what the good thing is that Tim is doing too is he's staying in the conversation. You guys see this? Even though we could work out some stuff, he's staying in the conversation. And simply by him staying in the conversation and not prematurely pulling out, right? Because we don't prematurely pull out, right? We stay fully in the conversation, right? By his being fully in the conversation and not pulling out too, never pull out, says we. Guys, that's rule number one. We never pull out. You never pull out. Just by him being in the conversation, the guy went from 400 to 350 to 300. So not bad, Tim. You should feel pretty good. He already dropped $100. So is 300 okay? It's a newer phone, and if you want, I can unlock it. I understand you really want the most for your phone. All right, so Tim's saying he understands, right? He's leveling with him, and this is good because there's a very fine line between it's a battle. It's not a battle, but it's a fine line because we never want to disagree or argue with the customer. But at the same time, we have to show them that they want too much for their phone. So it's a very fine line between saying something that's going to piss them off and make them feel negative emotion and want to fight us, and us smoothing it over, but at the same time getting them to drop to go down in price. And of course, one of the ways we do that is by saying you have a great phone, I buy and sell, I can drive you, and all that good stuff. So let's say it's a newer phone. I understand. I really you want the most for your phone. I'll lose 50 if I buy it for 300 because the S9 just came out. All right, so Tim's throwing an excuse out there. Not bad. You guys see that, right? He's using an excuse that he buys, and he's using an excuse of the new phone to justify his price. So that's not bad at all. And that affects the S7 market value. So it's already a little messed up because of those other things. I would have said, you drive to people, right, Tim?
I don't have a car.
All right, so how do you meet people?
So, like, I meet people at the mall near me, the rec center, or the McDonald's near me.
All right, so let me ask you guys. Let me ask everyone else on the chat a question. I would have probably said something else different than this. What would you guys have said in this situation? I would have said something. This is not bad, but I would have said something a little bit different right here. Let me know in the chat. What would you guys have said in this situation? And I'll just type what I would have said. So I'm going to type it as if it's hold up there, Ryan. What do we got? It's a great phone I buy and sell, so I need to make a little profit. If I drive to you with cash, you wouldn't take $250 for it, question mark? Now, you said it's going to sell for about $250, right, Tim?
Yes, it is.
All right, so we're going to buy it for about $150. So I would have said it's a great phone. And Ryan, I understand you were just using the $250 as you were just saying that as the number placement. It wasn't a reflection of what you're going to pay for it. Mm-hmm. I would have said it's a great phone. I buy and sell, so the highest I could go is $150. Would you sell it to me for $150 if I met you today with cash? You guys see how this is? I have to say it's the highest I could go is $150 because we just jumped from $80 to $150. I'm saying I buy and sell, so the highest. I said, would you sell it to me for $150 if I met you today with cash? So what is that? We're throwing the benefits out there, right? Tim, by you saying, have you tried selling it for $350 yet? We're kind of starting to get off track because it's through messaging, and if it was in person, you might be able to say that. Through messaging, it's such a fine line because if you say anything that rubs them the wrong way, they'll just stop responding. Has anyone here ever had someone to where you might have said the wrong thing just a little bit and you knew you said the wrong thing and they just stopped responding, blank out? I got a yeah from Dan. I got a yes from Brenda, because it's through messaging communication and it's the lowest commitment out of the other two. There's face-to-face, which is the highest commitment. On the phone is a little bit lower than that, and then messaging is the least. So with messaging, we just kind of want to get right to the point. Have you tried selling it for $350? It might work if they're face-to-face because they can't leave. They could be seeing, everyone has an ego, so they could interpret this as we run the risk of them saying, fuck this guy. I don't want to deal with him anymore. He made me a lowball offer. Well, I'm just not going to not respond. So that's why, but if we said it's a great phone, I buy and sell, highest I could do is $150. Would you sell it to me for $150 if I met you today with cash? It's smoother and it's right to the point. You guys see how we're kind of staying on track? We're on track. We're trying to move the conversation forward. We're trying to close the deal. We're always kind of coming back. Sometimes you got to go up, but you always eventually want to come back and sometimes not push them, but keep making an offer. You keep coming back and keep making them an offer. I wasn't paying attention to the, oh, no worries, Steve. Makes sense. You guys ever had it where you just keep making an offer to someone and they're eventually like, whatever, take it, man, to where you kind of wear them out? Has that ever happened to anyone here? You just kind of stay in the conversation. You might not even say anything that great, but you just stay in the conversation. You kind of keep making them offers, and they're eventually like, all right, fine, I'll take it. Give me a cool. Got a yes from Ryan. Has that ever happened to anyone else? But we do that because we don't want to start to get off track. We need to keep coming back and keep making the offers. So let's see what else we got, Tim. All right, so let's see. No one is interested. Would you do $275? All right, see, so by staying in the conversation, look at that. He's dropping the price. All right, now we got to get it for $150. How long were you trying? And of course, guys, we would have said, I can't do $275. The highest I could do is $150. And if we didn't say I'd bring cash, we would have said that is what I'd listed for. He says $250. How long? All right, so I'm just going to skip through this, Tim, because it's we messed up some stuff before, so it's kind of hard to keep tweaking it. Only person replied, scammer want me to ship it. So I like how you're staying in the conversation, though. I'll tell you what, I'll go up to, no, sorry, won't be able to get an iPhone 5S for that. No worries, I understand. So what are you going to do with it? Just wait for a buyer that will pay more. You said you wanted to spend cash right here. Understandable. I need to run the phone and 90 for groceries. Fair enough. We all have needs, need to be fulfilled, and I'm willing to throw an extra 15. So I like 125. I know that may be a bit less. Well, you want a bit more. Okay, not bad. But you really think, wait, scammers, annoying, messaging, showing. It's all right. So you're kind of following the script. Not bad. Squeeze extra 75. You can earn. It's kind of a long message, but I see you're making some good points. Really make it quick and easy. I'll meet you today with 125, and we can focus on more important things in life. So let's message him again right now, Tim. You got your phone on you?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, Ryan, I am saying if you follow the script, there's a high probability that you might get some phones. Let's send him a message and let's say, I tell you what, I just talked to my partner. Would you sell it to me for $150 if I met you today?
All right, for sure.
My partner, would you sell it to me for $150? I met you today. So send that and let's try that out, and then we're going to keep moving forward. But listen, this is not bad. You stayed in the conversation, and even though you didn't get the deal, he came down in price a few times. So it's not bad, Tim. You're getting better. We just need to, oh shit, Ryan says he dropped 210 Canadian dollars. So not bad, Tim. That's not bad. You should feel good. We'll keep tweaking you, though, and everything's going to be all right. All right, guys. So was that helpful to everyone here? Give me a 1 in the chat if that was helpful, if maybe it helped reemphasize some stuff or we learned some stuff. I'm all about going over the basics. So these messages are good, and I like it when you send me these messages because it helps everyone else as well. Thanks so much, says Tim. 1 from Brenda, 1 from Ryan, 1 from Chris. All right, fantastic. So let me go ahead and stop the share. All right, guys. So what I want to see, we're going to do a role play in a sec, but I want to hear from maybe 1 or 2 people who I haven't heard from in a while and just see how their businesses are doing to see if there's anything I can do to help them out. So if there's, anyone like maybe Lewandowski, if there's anything I could do to help you out, any questions I can answer for you, if you want to come on or let me know in the chat, that would be great. And maybe someone else. maybe I'm just trying to see if there's anyone I haven't heard from in a while. Maybe Brenda, maybe Diana. Do any of you guys have any questions for me that I could help answer to help you guys out? Or if there's anyone else. If there's anyone else in general too. If anyone else has any questions that you want me to answer about anything, let me know in the chat. But I try to work with people specifically to, help them kind of level up. How's the new Facebook working for everyone? Oh, that's a great question. So has anyone got, let's ask people, has anyone bought Facebook accounts from that guy that I recommended? And if you have, what's your results been? We says mine's not working. So what's not working about it? And you could just unmute yourself if you want to chat. I haven't yet, says Dan. Mine is not working. How do I not get my Facebook group post? All right. How do I not get my Facebook group posts getting flagged? How do I not get my Facebook group posts getting flagged?
Like when I post ads on Facebook groups, it said it says there are problems with your items and stuff, and it's kind of pissing me off a bit.
When you post in
groups, I think it's the moderators. I think.
All right, how many groups have you posted in?
I posted into 8 yesterday.
And what happens? Tell me what happens again.
And it said there are issues with your item.
Does it you click it and see what the issue is?
It just says it violates our community guidelines, and so I just said fuck it, I deleted the post.
Was that in all the groups or just a few?
It was just 8 groups that I posted.
That message that show up for all the groups?
Pardon?
That message that said it violates community, was that in just one group or all the groups?
Pretty sure most of the groups.
All right, well, let's go check it and make sure it's all of them, all right? Because it could just be the moderator. There's always going to be moderators at.
Yeah. I actually deleted them already, so yeah.
Well, no worries. So post again and then let us know in next level. Just take a screenshot of it, and that way we get a better idea, all right?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Well, of course. How do I not get my – all right, so Wee says he's working on it. So let us know what happens. His ads are sticking, but they're not getting views, so that's not good. What pictures are you using? Do you have Marketplace clicked? I haven't yet, says Dan. All right. All right, guys. Well, I guess we can move on to the all right. I guess we can move on to the well, I want to try to what about yours, Aaron? Mine's been working fine. The one that I bought from the guy's been working fine. I bought phones. The ads are sticking. They're great. I want to hear from maybe someone else besides Tim. I guess it could be anyone. Is there anyone on here that that has an issue with their business I can help them out with? Annie, Brenda, Chris. I know we talked Dan yesterday. Dominic, Shannon, Steve. Do any of you guys have a specific issue with your business or a question that maybe I could help you guys out with? And if you don't, no worries. I just what I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm trying to get everyone involved and make sure if there's anyone that's a little shy or a little introverted, they get a chance to come on and ask any questions, and I can help them out because I'm, trying to give more direct attention. He had to give me a new Facebook to log me out. Okay, but he gave you a new one, Chris? I'll go. Chris doesn't know what he needs. Okay. Chris doesn't know what he needs. All right. Well, I want to do some role playing. So who wants to volunteer for some role playing? Let's do some role playing. Maybe we'll do a couple role playing. Just slow picking up right now, says Steve. I have a few to follow up, but attending this conference, all right. I do that. I'll do that. Me, says Tim. My connection is bad, says Annie. No worries, Annie. No worries at all. If it gets better, let me know. And if you got any questions for me, I'll definitely help you out. I'll do that, says Chris. I'm just waiting for my PayPal funds to release so I can buy more phones. Awesome. Now, Dan, I remember that we talked about that. Is there anyone you might be able to borrow money from, or maybe get a loan, or parents or friends that would lend you some money? When I actually got started, I had a buddy send me some money, and then I just gave him I told him I was just going to give him a third of what my profit was. Because I'd hate to see you wait for those funds to be released. It'd be good if we could create some money that you could use to start flipping till they are comfortable with you and they just start releasing the right away. possibly I can ask a couple people. All right, so awesome. Let's do that, and then just let us know how that goes. Had a distributor contact me today, so I'm waiting for him. Oh, very nice, Steve. Keep us updated with that. Are you using SICW, Aaron? I'm not really sure what's going on with the new IMEI stuff. I guess I'm just going to – I haven't even watched that video Dave posted yet. I've been just selling a lot of phones, just bad IMEI the last couple days. Aaron, do you get all your phones listed at the end of the day to keep up with them all? Yeah, so at the end of the day, guys, I list every single phone before I go to bed that night. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I got to wake up the next day. I'm worried that if I start the habit of having phones that I don't list, I will eventually have a big pile of phones and not money, and I want to get rid of the phones as fast as possible. Phones, guys, are not going up in value. They're not appreciating. They're not an appreciating asset, all right? So I want to get rid of them as fast as possible. So I don't care if I'm tired. I'll spend 2 hours listing everything. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but I just know if I spend one time and I don't list everything, then I'm afraid I'm going to have a pile of stuff because I got money saved up now, and I'm afraid I'm going to have a bunch of phones, and I need to kind of keep myself in check. All right, guys, so let's role play. Makes sense. I am behind on mine. No worries. All right, Chris, so why don't you come on, Chris? We'll do some role play.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. What's up, Chris?
Nothing much. I just bought an iPhone X.
Nice. How much you pay for it?
$300.
Wow, very cool. Any problems with it?
Nope. Just bad ESN from Sprint.
Wow, very nice. Very, very cool. So this is what I want to do, guys. I want to see what people are saying when they meet up with someone. So and the reason for this is it's good to get people to kind of like you, because if they like you, they're going to refer business to you, and they're going to remember you, and you have a higher chance of getting more sales. And also it's important to because you're going to spend a little time with them, right? You're going to look at their phone. You're going to factory reset it. You're going to do the bill of sale. So it's good to kind of make them comfortable. So, Chris, I want you to pretend like I'm a customer and I'm meeting up with you, and you just kind of do the routine that you usually do whenever you meet up with a customer to buy a phone.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm messing with my phone. All right. So usually I just go, I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm Chris. Can I see your phone? And then I see the phone and I'm like, can you fill this out for me, as I hand the bill of sale to them? And yeah, just kind of like go over. Yeah, it's not very good at all.
All right.
Yeah, I really need help with that. I know I do. Because I don't like small talk and stuff. So I'm kind of just like, hey, how's it going? And then they'll say something, say they're doing good. I'm like, all right, that's good. What do you got planned for today or whatever? And then talk a little bit more. And then after that, it's kind of silent. And I'm not like really happy or anything. I'm just kind of So, yeah.
Okay. No worries, Chris. So who wants to see exactly what I do every time I meet up with a customer? I have like an exact thing that I do every single time I meet up with a customer to leave them with a good impression of me, to let them know that I buy more phones, and to make it like a nice visit. So I got a me from Ryan, me from Brendan, me from Shannon, yes from Chris, yes from Dan. All right. So me and Chris are going to role play, and we're going to do this from start to finish, Chris, just like I met up with you to when I finished getting the phone. All right.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to get out of the car, and then we'll walk in the day. Hey, are you Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. Just got done working out.
Nice. Where do you work out at?
Over at Aries.
All right, the one that's like down the street a few blocks away?
Yeah, it's a couple blocks away.
Cool. All right, fantastic. Cool. All right, man. Well, you got the phone on you?
Yeah, I do. Here it is.
Fantastic. All right, and you said it was with Sprint, right?
Yeah, I haven't paid the bill off yet.
Oh, that's fine. No worries at all. You know I buy everything. All right, it looks good. And then, you have your driver's license on you, Chris?
Yeah, I do. Here you go.
Okay, cool. All right, let's just come over to my car and we'll just go to the trunk so we can do it on the trunk, all right?
All right, that works.
Cool. So as I'm filling it out, guys, I'll make small talk, and I'll usually say, sometimes I like to make it be a few moments of silence, so it's not like I'm trying to push the conversation, so I'll wait a second or so. I'm like, all right, you got anything fun you're doing later on today?
No, just going back home and eating food and playing with my dog. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Very cool. What kind of dog do you have? All right, sounds good. All right, Chris, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an autograph. I'm going to get you the autograph right here. I'm going to hand you the pen, so I'm going to get you the autograph right here. Then we'll go ahead and get you the date right here. It is it's 5/17/2018. And then we get an initial right here. This just says it's your phone and you're selling it to me and you got the ability to sell it to me. And then $500. Cool. Or don't talk about the money yet. All right, cool. And then if you would, Chris, I'm going to get you to go ahead and enter your password right here to iCloud. So we're going to factory reset the phone, all right?
Okay.
So do. All right, sounds good. And then as soon as the phone resets and I got everything, I always say the dollar amount before I hand them the money. So we're on the same page. So say, all right, $500, right, Chris?
Yeah.
And then what I do is I always have the money. I never take the money out. And I count all the money in front of them. I will have the $500 kind of like sticking out of my wallet like this. That way I can reach in my pocket and I just pull out the $500. Or I'll have it in my back pocket or something. That way I'm not counting $3,000 in front of them because, you know, there's a higher probability that you get a setup if you do something like that. So I hand Chris the money. And then I say, also, Chris, do you have any other you have any other phones that you'd be looking to sell at all?
No, not right now, but I will here soon.
Cool, awesome. Do you know what you're getting?
I'm getting an iPhone X.
Nice, very, very cool. You know when you're getting it?
It should be in a couple of weeks.
And then you'll be looking to sell that one too?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, when you get it, Chris, I'm your guy. When you get it, don't sell it to anyone else. Message me. I'll meet you here the same day you get it, and I'll bring cash, all right?
All right, that sounds good.
Okay. And then you don't have any, do you have any other tablets or laptops or anything like that you might be looking to sell?
I have a MacBook Pro also.
Okay. Are you looking to sell that?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see, the MacBook Pro. Do you know where it is? Or where's it at now?
It's actually at my house right now.
Do you live far from here?
No, about 3 minutes.
Okay, and you walked here, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, shit. Why don't you want to sell it today?
Sure.
So why don't I got the money for it. Why don't you go home, get it, bring it back. I'll wait here, and then I'll just make you an offer in a few minutes when you come back.
All right, that works.
Okay. And then you come back, I make him an offer, we do another thing, and then at the end I'd say, all right, Chris. And then I'd usually shake his hand. I usually shake his hand either in the beginning or the end. All right, Chris, it was good seeing you. It was good meeting you. And then when you get that iPhone X, just text me, all right?
All right, I'll do that.
All right, sounds good, Chris. I'll see you around.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so was that helpful to anyone here? I don't know if it was or not. We've never talked about that before. Usually, small talk is I used to think it was a hard thing, but really small talk is just asking really basic questions. one of the questions I always like to ask is, are you doing anything fun later? Because the fun makes it kind of positive. Sometimes they say, oh, I'm going to go home and eat food. Oh, I'm going to go to the movies. Well, then I say, all right, hey, that sounds fun. What kind of food are you eating? And then I kind of go from there. I just kind of make it small talk, and then I'm always pushing for what else do you have? And if they have anything else, guys, I make it real specific. Don't sell it to anyone else. Sell it to me. I buy phones for a living. I'll meet up with you the same day you have the phone to sell it. Right? It's almost like I'm trying to bring them into my circle. You ain't dealing with anyone else now. You only deal with me. Talk to them like normal people and convo like you've known them forever, says Steve. Absolutely. So I want to see if there's anyone else that would like to role play with me like the conversation we just did, but you're going to be the, you're going to be the buyer. So you're going to be kind of, and you guys saw how I led the conversation, right? I asked the questions. I said, all right, you got the phone. All right, you have your driver's license on you, right? All right, I'm going to get an autograph right here. I'm always leading. It's your job to always lead the entire interaction and the entire conversation. I do it all the time. Don't just be business only, says Steve. Okay, cool. So I'd like to see if there's someone that would like to volunteer. And Tim, we already hung out. I'm looking for another volunteer, Tim. Even though I love you, I'm trying to kind of spread the attention to everyone. If no one else wants to volunteer, maybe you can hop on too. Would anyone else like to volunteer? Sure, let's do it, says Steve. Okay. Oh, you see that, Shannon? Uh-oh, Shannon. Chris just said Shannon. Chris is a funny guy. I got sure, let's do it, says Steve. Okay. So why don't we do this? Why don't we have Tim and Steve come on? And Tim, I'm going to have you be the customer. So you're just meeting up to sell your phone, and we're going to have Steve be the person buying it. So Steve will be leading the entire conversation. Does that sound good, guys?
Okay.
All right, so Steve, sounds good. All right, cool. So if you want to meet yourself, Steve, and just do it just like you do it. You guys are meeting up. You just met up with him, and let's just see what you do from start to finish. So, and Steve, you can take it. You can take it away.
Hey, are you Tim?
Hey, yo, you Steve, man? What's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, not much, fam. Yo, you got that cash though?
What do you have to sell again? What are you trying to sell me?
Bro, I got this iPhone 18 and Mandem's late for rent, fam. You know what I'm saying? I need your help, bro. You got the money right now?
But this doesn't work because we don't know what the agreed price was.
All right, so Tim, this is what we're going to do. Tim, you're going to be normal. We're not going to talk like that. We're going to be a normal person, and you're going to have an iPhone X. You got an iPhone X you're selling for $500, all right?
All right.
For sure.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do this when we know what the price was and everything. That works a whole lot better.
Okay.
Hey, you Steve?
Yeah, Tim, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I just have this iPhone X. Do you want to test the phone?
Right, we agreed on 500, right?
Yeah, sure. We can do that, and just come have a seat over at that table over there, and we can test the phone out.
I'm the buyer, all right? So you deal with me. All right. Well, yeah, we'll go over here and sit down and let me check out the phone. You got a charge on it, right?
No, I don't have the charger on me.
No, a charge. It's got charge, so I can run through the phone.
For sure, it's charged pretty well right now.
That's fine. If you don't, and I have my laptop with me, I can plug it in. We can do anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the IMEI number, and that tells me what. And I'll do some checking on it and everything, and make sure everything's cool. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let me check the IMEI. Yep, looks like everything's okay. Wait a minute. Came up. Looks like you still owe money on it. Did you have it paid off?
Yeah, I just talked to TELUS about it, and I bought it outright from them with no plan and everything. I don't know why that's appearing like that.
Well, I could show you right here on my computer that it's still got a finance charge on it, so that's going to drop the value. I mean, I still give you $400 for it if that's okay.
All right, yeah, sure, whatever.
All right. What I'm going to do now, Tim, is I'm going to go through it and I'm going to reset it. Do you have everything off your phone that you want any pictures or anything? Because I'm going to basically factory reset it.
I backed up everything, so everything has been transferred to my old phone.
Okay. Let me go through this factory reset, and if it goes through everything, factory reset, no passwords, no iCloud lock, no Find My iPhone, anything, we'll be good.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And I go through the factory reset and everything works out. Now what I'm going to do, Tim, is I'm going to reactivate it again, make sure everything goes through, and then I'm going to factory reset it again. I usually do this twice just to verify everything's off. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let me go through this. Boom. Everything works out. All right, Tim. Well, thank you very much. Here's your $400. If you could take this bill of sale here, let me see your driver's license. I usually like to fill in the driver's license number, and then you can fill in the rest. Is that a problem?
Nah, it's all good. Here's my driver's license, bro. Just fill it out and yeah.
All right. Let me fill this out. Everything's cool, Tim. Here, thank you very much. Do you have anything else you'd like to sell maybe later? Here's my business card in case you have some friends or anything looking to sell anything. Is that cool with you?
Not at the moment. But I'll just look around the house and I'll contact you about it.
All right, just take my business card and spread my word because I'm looking to buy things. I buy electronics, I buy cell phones, I buy iPads, I buy MacBooks. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too, Steve. Peace.
All right, later.
Oh, beautiful! Look at that. What do you guys think of that? What was really good with Steve, and thanks for being friendly, Tim, and playing along and being a normal customer. What was really good with Steve is he led the entire interaction. You guys see that? That's how you're supposed to do it. He led the entire interaction. What I'm going to do, and I usually say that too. I say, all right, I'm just going to go in factory reset it, and then I do the same thing. I like to go through the whole thing again just to make sure it's white for my own peace of mind. I say, all right, just hang out with me for a couple more minutes. I just like to go through the whole thing and see it's reset. But you see how he led the entire thing. That was beautiful. And he told them what was going to happen. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because they don't know what's going to happen. So when you tell them what's going to happen, it gives them peace of mind. It's like, all right, this is what we're going to do. He says he's going to factory reset. He's going to check the IMI. He checks the IMI. He's going to factory reset. He factory resets. He's going to do the bill of sale. So that was beautiful. That was fantastic. And you don't always have to be, and I'm kind of in like a hyped up mood because usually I'm really excited when I'm buying a phone, but you don't have to be like that. You could be, you could be calm and relaxed and chill and still do it all perfectly, which was great. So that was real solid, Steve. A little more happy, but good. Cool. All right, guys, so we got about 10 minutes left. So we could do a couple things. We could do a couple things, guys. We could all put up some ads. Or we could talk about a method a lot of multimillionaires have used to stay motivated. Method, says Ryan. Oh, people like the method. All right. You guys are funny. You guys are awesome. Because that's the stuff that I like too. Okay. So we talked about the time management thing. There is a... I'm going to turn that off. Okay. Second one. Already posted, says Chris. Awesome. Multi-millionaire method. All right. So you guys want to know a method that multiple people have used, including me, David, Grant Cardone, and this guy that's now worth over $500 million to make money. There's a method that they use to stay focused and stay motivated on their goals. Does anyone want to learn what that is? I got a yes from Dan. I got a yes from Shannon. Spill it, says Diana. Damn, Diana over there yelling at me. All right. I'm just messing with you, Diana. Yes from Brenda. Yes, please, says Ryan. Yes, Tim. Okay. So Grant Cardone. Has anyone heard of Grant Cardone? Got a yes from Dan, a yes from Chris, feisty Diana. So Grant Cardone, guys, when he was like 25, 26, he was dead broke. And he was on drugs. He's like all messed up and all sorts of stuff. And as soon as he left his rehab center, he took out a piece of paper and he wrote down on the piece of paper, I own 40 apartment units. And every day when he woke up, he would write down, I own 40 apartment units. And every day when he went to bed, he would write, I own 40 apartment units. And he would do that over and over and over and over again. And the first year went by, he didn't buy any apartment units. The second year went by, he didn't buy any apartment units. It wasn't until 5 years later that he bought his first apartment unit. However, guys, if you guys know Grant Cardone, he's got over like 20,000 apartment units now. And he's done over, I believe it's $500 billion in real estate deals. Or it's $500 million so far. And he's making a lot of money. Just by writing down what he wanted to accomplish every single day to remind himself and to keep it in the forefront of his mind so he didn't get distracted. There's this guy called Khan Mirza. Khan Mirza, has anyone heard of Khan Mirza before? I got it. No, he's not really known that well. So Khan Mirza started out, and he kept starting companies. You can go watch him on, you can like follow him on Facebook. This guy lives in the tallest building in Dubai. He owns the entire floor now. He spent like $200 million on it. But he started off, guys, dead broke. Dead broke, didn't have any money, but he had a dream. He had a goal. He had something he wanted to accomplish. So what he did was, he started this company and it failed. And he started another company and it failed. And he started another company and it failed. And he started 8 companies and they all failed. The 9th company ended up being successful. It's what ended up making him a lot of money. He started the 9th company, and he sold it for $300 million. And then he became a person that puts money in other businesses and own parts of the business. He's worth about $550 million. He says what he does is as soon as he wakes up, he writes down his goals, and every 4 hours, an alarm goes off on his phone, and he writes down his goals again, and he timestamps them. So he's writing down his goals like 4 to 5 times a day, and he's been doing that ever since he was broke. And he writes down the amount of money he wants to have. It used to be, I'm a multimillionaire. I'm a multimillionaire. I'm a multimillionaire. Now it's, I'm a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. So as soon as he wakes up, and every 4 hours, religiously, a thing goes off, and he writes down, I am a billionaire. Writing down his goals. David Kay. Have you guys ever heard him talk about how he wakes up in the morning and he writes down his goals? All right, so maybe not. David talks about how he will wake up in the morning and he will write down his goals of what he wants to have. And I write down my goals too. I write down everything I need to do the next day. I write down everything I need to do before I go to bed, but then I also write down my goals. So there's a way, the reason writing down your goals is so powerful is it programs your subconscious mind and it keeps you focused on what you want to have. So when you have bad days or stuff gets off track, instead of focusing, has anyone here ever had a bad day where life's not good, business sucks, phones ain't coming in, and you're like, damn, this business doesn't even work anymore? Has anyone ever had a day like that? All the time, says Steve. Yes from Diana. Yes from Brandon. Yep, says we. Dan says no. Fantastic, Dan. I'm not hating at all. What writing down your goals does is it keeps you focused on the end result. What a lot of us do is when we get in a negative funk, which is bound to always happen, at some point in time it will always happen, whenever we get in a negative funk, we tend to focus and put all of our attention inside that moment and make it seem like that one moment is dictating the entire business, right? Has anyone ever had that to where you have a slow day, and even though you've done 500, 700 plus profit days all the time, that one day sucks and you think about giving up on the business or trying something else? because you're seeing everything from that small little thing, and you're not seeing the big picture. When you write down, if you write down your goals, guys, it keeps you focused on the big picture, and it keeps you moving forward. So when bad days like that do happen, it reminds you of your goals, and it helps you almost get outside your head. Has anyone noticed it might be helpful? Sometimes they get inside their head too much, and it might almost be helpful to have a tactic to help get you outside your head so you can see the big picture, so you can start taking action again, so you can stay focused. Because the worst thing that can happen, guys, you have a slow day, you think this business doesn't work, you start taking less action. If you take less action, you're going to get less results, and then you create a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then it's not the business now working, and say you're not working the business. By writing down your goals, guys, it keeps you on track and it keeps you focused. So would you guys like me to share with you guys there's a right way to write down your goals? And it's real simple. This is nothing, it's not hard to do. It's just something you have to remember to do. I got a yes from Ryan, yes from Dan, yes from Ryan. Oh, Chris is smart. You write them down in the present tense like you've already hit your goals. So if you want to do $30,000 a month, I would write it down. I make $30K a month on eBay. It's not I'm going to, it's happening right now. I already have your goals. I used to do it. That's why I hit 10,000. Chris says, like, you've already got your goals. I used to do it, LOL. That's why he hit 10,000. Chris hit 10,000 doing that, guys. You just wrote it down right there. Chris doesn't have a car. You write it down in the present tense. Now, the thing is, guys, this is so simple to do. I write down one for money. I write down one for relationships. I write down one for health, right? I'm at 10% body fat. That's right. I will write down for health. I do $10,000 a month in profit. I make $10,000 a month in profit. I make $1,000 a day in profit, says Brenda. Beautiful. And if you keep writing it down, guys, it allows you to stay focused. When you have a negative, something negative comes up, it allows you to almost pull yourself away from that and focus on the big picture. And then you have that in your subconscious mind. See, there's all this bullshit in the media and on television of negative stuff. So this is a way for you to almost start to brainwash yourself, but to brainwash yourself with positivity, right? People are trying to feed you messages all the time. The advertisers are, the media is. Wouldn't it be nice if you could take control of the programming that's happening to you, and you can use that programming to start to dictate the direction of your life so where you can hit your goals? So does anyone want a challenge? I want to give you guys a 7-day challenge. And then I actually got to go grab a phone, so we're going to end this in 90 seconds. I got a 7-day challenge. You can make it a lifetime challenge, but I like challenges, says Chris. So my challenge for you guys is to, every day when you wake up and every night when you go to bed, for the next 7 days, write down your goals. And it doesn't have to be a big list of goals, guys. I had goals for money. I got a goal for money. So I make $52 million a year net profit residually. I got a goal for health. I'm 100% completely healthy in every way, shape, and form. I'm at 10% body fat. I've got a one for relationships. And then I say I get everything I want in life. I always write that as the last thing. Every time I get everything I want in life. I get everything I want in life. I get everything I want in life. So this is my challenge for you guys. Come up with at least 3 things, 3 goals. Doesn't have to be a big sheet. 3 goals, and write them down every night before you go to bed and every morning when you wake up. Do it for 7 days and see if it starts to change you just after the 7 days. Timothy asked, what's my relationship goals? They're kind of personal, so I don't, and they're a little ambitious, so I don't want to share them here, but it's because it's important. It's something that I write down. So my challenge for you guys is to, beautiful model, says Chris. Absolutely. It is to write down your goals starting tonight. So will anyone do this? We're going to write down our goals tonight and every morning and every night just for the next 7 days. And I just want to see if you'll notice the change in yourself. If you notice you're more motivated, you notice you're more focused, and you notice you're more consistent with stuff. I've had some people say, Aaron, it's hard for me to be consistent. If you were consistently reminding yourself of your goals twice a day, you think that might help you be more consistent, guys? Yes or no? What do you think in the comments? Absolutely. Yes, I'll write my goals down twice a day for a week. Yes, says Chris. All right, guys. So if you guys accept my challenge, just put I accept the challenge in the comments. And then what I want you guys to do is tonight and moving forward, I want to see your goals. And if some of them are kind of personal, you can blur them out or whatever. But at least once, I want you to upload them inside Next Level so I can see you wrote them down. Accept it all day, says Dan. Well, shit, we know Dan's on it. I accept, says Chris. Accepted Diana. Accept the challenge, says Brenda. Accept, says Chris. I accept the challenge. All right, guys. So tonight, I'm going to see a post from you guys of your goals written down. And in Next Level, you're going to do it for 7 days. And then you're going to let me know in Next Level how you feel a week from now, 7 days from now. Does that sound good to you guys? Just let me know in the comments if that sounds good. Sounds good. I got a yes from Brenda. Hell yeah from Dan. Sounds wonderful, says Diana. All right, guys. Sounds good, says we. All right, guys. Well, I look forward to seeing all those posts in Next Level tonight, and then we'll talk about it in a week from now. Just remind me if I forget. We'll talk about it in a week from now, and we'll see where everything goes and if it's helped you guys out. It's interesting. We do these little things. It's these little tweaks that matter. No one else is doing those things, guys. I gave you those examples of successful people doing it. Me, David Kay, Tom Mirza, and Grant Cardone. You never see anyone that's not getting the things they want in life writing down their goals, do you? You never see that. You ever had someone say, man, I've been writing down my goals every day, twice a day for 5 years, and I'm still don't have anything. Successful people, guys, do things that unsuccessful people don't do. So with that said, guys, was this group chat helpful to you guys? Let me know in the comments. Was this helpful to you guys? Did you guys learn something here? I got a yes from Chris, A1 from Dan. Lewandowski says yes. It was good seeing you again, Lewandowski. Yes from Ryan, 1 from Diana. Absolutely. Hope you have a great night. All right, guys, let's go out there. Let's kick ass. Let's get some phones. And I look forward to seeing everyone's goals written down in Next Level. You got to have goals so you have a target to go after. You can't hit a target if you can't see it. We create the target. We use the target to stay motivated. We keep writing the target down a couple times a day till we accomplish it. Let's kick ass, guys. I'll see you guys next